NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Setting up the screen to Kelly. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And some room to maneuver.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Chargers at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now rush. And Matthews has it right side. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, rush. Rolling to his right.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
4th down. Rush. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bills are going to get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
A little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
right? Get your hands up, effective play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They run up the gut with Kelly, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing here, Rush. Escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. To throw is Rush. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs. But sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they're certainly playing their best football of the year.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
74 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Hall again. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Down inside the 10, and he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Walsh. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Now back to throw. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Bailey. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The give up the middle to Kelly. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kelly. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go now. Let's go, ladies. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be faced.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still he has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ball again.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2 yards is the pickup, and that leads to a Los Angeles 1st down.
It's no accident they've been moving the ball well all game long. This offensive line has done an excellent job adapting to everything the defense is throwing at them and creating holes for their runners.
Rush.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. They run middle with Matthews. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Rush to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give. This is Kelly. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 26. They'll run with Kelly. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. 1st and goal, Kelly. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Second and goal from inside the 5. Up the middle they go. McCain calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. McCain, well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the 1st half. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. final shot before break. Rush. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. The final shot before break. Rush going for it all. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start the drive with Matthews. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first, it's Matthews again. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Matthews up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They run it. It's Matthews. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throw left side complete. That's Kelly.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And now here is another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. They stay on the ground with Matthews again.
And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Needing a few yards, here's Matthews.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And a handoff to Matthews. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, rush. Wilson's got it complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
On 4th down, rush.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. A 1st down carry for Matthews. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Another shot for Matthews. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll run with Matthews. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Breece Hall
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Chargers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the third.
A bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That good for 19 and a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Kelly running left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. That's Kelly.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll give up the middle to Kelly. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Trying to eat some clock. It's Matthews. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario. Pop